On this episode of the Asking Us SEO Show, episode number 13, I discuss ROI positive keywords, content with the right searcher intent, and videos? Hey guys, welcome to the Asking Us SEO Show, episode number 13. And basically today I'm going to be talking about content, keywords, and video. Just a quick warning for all of you watching. I've got this long wire thingy, it's like 10 meters wide, plugged into the iPad so I can get the microphones to amp up my voice and hopefully make this video a little bit easier to understand, because before I was just doing it with an external mic that wasn't that great, because I would like turn my back and yeah, whatever. All right, let's get on with it. So hopefully I don't kill myself or trip over or hurt myself. No Greek SEOs were harmed during the filming of this video. Okay, just a little joke. All right, so keywords, content, videos. So three great ways to start, great strategies to start implementing in your business and your online marketing efforts is to focus on ROI positive keywords. Now, that's number one. So what do I mean by ROI positive keywords? A lot of people out there, a lot of marketing executives and marketing assistants and various professionals, when they're basically employed to build a business, they always send us sort of keywords that they may even actually have high amounts of search volume, but they're not necessarily the greatest keywords to rank for. And what do I mean by that? Well, I was working for a very large online retailer in my SEO history, and some of the best keywords to rank were probably 3 or 4 words long, right? So, buy small LCD TVs, or buy big LCD TVs, or buy 50-inch LCD TVs. Those sort of keywords, when you balance high search volume with very high levels of relevancy, those kind of keywords fell right in the middle, and the balance was absolutely fantastic, and pretty much what I've found over the years to be the best keyword. But for ROI, of course, and for generating the right balance between relevancy and search traffic. But a lot of the time when you're dealing with other stakeholders in the business, they're just all really driven on what's going to bring the large amounts of traffic. Now, with the online retailer example, we could have ranked for a keyword like LCD. That's it. That keyword will probably have brought more traffic than buy large LCD TVs or buy 50-inch LCD TVs. But the person that's actually going to click that buy large LCD TVs, there's a good chance he's just going to go and buy it, he or she, right? So whether just LCD TV, even when you start ranking first or second for this keyword, yes, it will bring you, large amounts of traffic. But that traffic doesn't necessarily going to convert, because what was that person thinking when they were typing it? What's the searcher intent? What is it? Is it they want to know a bit more about LCD TVs? Do they even want a TV? Maybe they just want to understand what LCD even is. They may not even be interested in buying a TV. So you could have a different wide range of context as to their mindset searching for that keyword. And that's why searcher intent and delivering the content that matches the user's intent is absolutely vital to lowering bounce rate, lowering exit rate, increasing time on site, and increasing pages per session, which is hugely important. And obviously inquiries and sales. So ROI positive keywords is just a phrase that I've called keywords that build business and make sense for the business and its customers. So not all high search volume traffic keywords are the best for your business. And another reason is it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, right? It takes a lot of work to get a keyword like, for example, LCD to rank. So all the time and effort and money and just resources that have been thrown on those sort of keywords, and I'm just using those keywords as an example because there's a lot of them out there. Some people want to rank for just like Sydney, and I'm like, well, what does that mean, Sydney? Like what's the point? So unless you're Sydney.com, what's the point of ranking for Sydney for most sort of businesses? So all the time and resources that go into ranking for a keyword like LCD, which is huge on volume, low on relevance, searcher intent is just incredibly difficult to kind of guess exactly what the user wants. It's not an ROI positive keyword because the time and money and effort to get ranking for that keyword and the return it will bring is not ROI positive. So that's another reason that's another sort of reason of another definition of what I mean by ROI positive keywords. So yes, that actually means something, but I kind of phrase this term with clients if I'm speaking with them, if keywords aren't sort of generating, or we believe they won't generate the sort of return that they need. So some of the best keywords, like I mentioned, I'll say it again, are 3 to 4 words in length. So those are ones that generally should be the bulk of the campaign at times. Okay, because you can't look. There's many roads that lead to Rome, and this is not just a clear cut sort of. You have to listen to this specific example. This is just what's worked in the 11 plus years that I've been doing SEO. When I had my head down working and sort of examining over 1,000 plus clients that I've worked on, I find that those keywords have generally brought in. The amount of time to get them ranking versus the amount of money that they've brought in seems to be the best ROI. So that's the takeaway in that point. Content that aligns with searcher intent. The more specific content you get, the more it's easier to determine and to create quality content. Because the thing is, everyone talks about quality content, right? And it just sometimes... What does it mean by quality content? Like if you want to pin someone down and they ask, what does it mean? When I speak with new client, especially new SEO leads, that I discuss with them content, I didn't just say building great content is a part of what we do. Yes, it is. But can you elaborate on what that actually means to the business? And building great content is content that aligns with the searcher intent. And the best content that we like to show is, well, as we've discussed it, is like content that documents. So I was speaking with a phone repairs lead, and one of the examples I gave is showing right on a camera the work and the like how you're repairing that iPhone screen. And I even made a joke. All of my friends that have iPhones, all of them, I've got like 3 or 4 friends that have iPhones, and every time I look at them, sometimes they got a cracked screen. Like how do you solve that? When you fix it, show the video of, this is how we repair an iPhone cracked screen or an Android or a Windows phone or whatever, and do like either a fast motion video showing it and a text-based article explaining this is how you do it. So when someone searches on Google for, I need to fix my iPhone cracked screen, or places to places in Sydney to fix cracked iPhone or Android screens, then that's a possibility and a good chance that it's going to rank. And when it does rank for many different variations around that context, it's going to land a visitor on a page that isn't just ready to sell them. It's not ready to be like, buy. I didn't marry my wife on our first date. Maybe you did, or married your husband or whatever, but I certainly didn't marry my wife on the first date. It took time and trust and credibility that, she obviously trusted me. And for a customer's point of view in an e-commerce, especially in an e-commerce world, or just in the business world, establishing trust and credibility is vital. And the way in which the best way to do that is through content that's looking to solve a problem. And that's why helpful how-to content is amazing content. It's easier to sort of understand and align with a searcher's intent. They're going to watch the video, which is going to increase time on site, and they're going to read about how you do it. You're going to show them how you do it, which is boosting your business's credibility and trust to that particular customer. It may get even more searches on YouTube, which I talked about this last week. So all that great stuff, all because you were looking to show that you can solve a problem rather than buy. And that customer is probably more than likely, if it's within that radius or they can contact them, they're at least going to contact them or leave a comment maybe and engage with the business somehow, which is very important. That if they're in the area and this is how you repair a cracked screen, amazing. I'm going to that place. You're showing them, so you're documenting, which is a great way to build content, which I've discussed many times, and we'll keep discussing it because it's fantastic. And you're building that trust and credibility that customer more than likely will go there and end up becoming a lifelong customer. So it's easier to do that. And so a lot of keywords where I see one word, it doesn't kind of explain, I always sort of steer clients away from those keywords, not necessarily because they're going to be bad keywords, they're just not going to be ROI positive, and they're going to be very, very difficult to understand searcher intent. So I think that's fantastic. And third, so when you build that, you can easily integrate that with your blog. The third way to sort of improve your business's visibility, and again, I haven't spoken about this and I'm just going to like tie it in all together, is to create videos, helpful how-to videos. And one of the best tips to do that is go to Google, suggest, and let's say you're in the jewelry space, how to space jewelry, or if you're selling Samsung LCD TVs, how to Samsung TV. Scroll right down to the bottom, you'll get a whole list of recommendations. You can go to YouTube and start playing around with the search filters and see what drops down as some of the most frequently asked questions, frequently asked conversational type queries, as they sometimes referred to as. And you can see what people are actually looking for around the particular product or service that you want to sell. And I always give the example because my granite benchtop at home is absolutely atrocious, and I'll always just give the example, 3 ways to clean a granite benchtop, because it doesn't seem what I buy and I scrub. Maybe I'm just a bad cleaner, I'm a fantastic cleaner. But exactly, for some reason I can't clean the granite benchtop. So the more videos that I watch around that, it's going to be quite helpful to me. And if they can build content around that, it's just a great way to drive traffic to a website. And obviously build trust and credibility, which ties into the searcher intent. So there's many things that you can do to promote your content and build your content. So it's targeting to what the customers want. That's the key thing. A lot of keywords that a client will send to us would be like suggestions that they sort of believe will work, or this is a keyword that we want to rank for. But the point isn't what keywords you want your business to rank for. It's what keywords that are ROI positive, they're going to build your business, they're going to increase your market share in your industry, as well as help you become an industry thought leader, so an established authority in your market. And so that's why I started the hashtag AskLinos, because I actually want to know. I can get the data that I just mentioned through many different sources, through Google and through our keyword research tools and things like that that I give away as great tips. But I want to know other questions that are sort of, what else are the people searching for? I mean, is everything Google telling me? Is that everything? I don't think so. So I've actually started a hashtag to get more questions asked, to to get customers, to get small businesses, to get medium businesses. I want the small business to ring me up and say, or tweet to me at Ask Dinos, hashtag Ask Dinos, is, I'm a plumber. How can I get more people to my website? And I'll refer to them this video, right? Build content. Content is the cost of entry to performing well on SEO and social media. So hopefully, guys, that can help you with some ideas as to not just produce content that you think is great, or not just have keywords that you think are great for your business, but start having the mindset that if you're going to ask an SEO, hey, these are the keywords we think might work for the customers. As long as you're thinking along those lines, Mr. SEO or Mrs. SEO, whoever, what do you think? Are these sort of keywords are going to provide us with are going to be ROI positive? Are they going to be somewhat obviously long term to get them ranking, but are they going to build our business going forward? And look, search volumes fluctuate, especially the more specific you get with the keywords. There's a little bit of shifts and changes and things like that. But the helpful content is a winner, because when Google Home starts unleashing in a more aggressive manner and start really piling on people to create this content, helpful how-to content is going to take charge in the voice search world. And so building this content is great now, fantastic. This is what people are searching for. It's ROI positive. It has the right searcher intent. It's going to help you create content with the right searcher intent, but it's also going to maximize and position your business ahead for the Google Home and the voice search and the Amazon, which Amazon's a little bit different, but with the Google Home, it's going to help you rank. So you have to start thinking when you talk to your SEO, what is best for the customer? What are the customers searching for? Here's what we think based on the tips that this guy called Andrew on the Ask Dinos SEO Show number 13 said that this is what we should do with Google Suggest, YouTube Suggest, and all the rest of it. And then go and ask them those questions. As long as you start thinking like that, as opposed to this is what we think we should rank for, then you've already started, you've already elevated, you're already ahead a million times because your mindset is right. So hopefully, guys, that video helps. There was a few other things that I had top of my mind and I can't remember what they were now. I should have written them down. But if you've got any questions in the comment box on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, because I'm going to splice it up and send it in multiple different places, just leave a comment, DM us on Twitter, go to amigadigital.com.au, even ask a question on one of our contact us forms, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.